friends, welcome to the Time for Living podcast, your ultimate guide to finding the time you need to crush your business dreams while still having time to live your one beautiful life. I'm your host, Lucy Clark, a devoted boy mum, dedicated business owner and time-finding expert. Say goodbye to the I'm too busy mindset that's holding you back from growing your online business. No more feeling overwhelmed or stuck in the same place year after year. Each week, we'll dive deep into strategies for being intentional with your precious time so you can hit those business goals while still making time for yourself and your family. If you're ready to create more time, get practical tips and prioritize the steps that will make the biggest impact on your business and life, then you're in the right spot. Pop in your earbuds, steal a quiet moment, and let's find time together. Today, we're bringing you another bite-sized look into the nitty-gritty of managing your time and prioritizing what truly matters. In this episode, we're going to talk about your calendar in a fresh and impactful way. Think about your calendar as far more than just a scheduling tool. It's your shield, your confidant, and your key to a balanced life. I don't mean to be dramatic, but I do. In the very real sense, your calendar is a reflection of your soul. It's not just a list of appointments. It's a mirror reflecting your values, priorities, and dreams. What you truly value and prioritize in your life is the ultimate truth teller. If you were to hand your calendar over to a stranger, what story would it tell? Would it show a person who values family dinners, workout sessions, and creative pursuits? Or would it depict someone who is constantly overwhelmed by work commitments and rushing to fit in the rest? The truth is, your calendar is a reflection of what you truly care about. Think about it like this. Your calendar is like a diary that reveals your true priorities. So grab a cup of coffee, or tea if you're me, and take 5 minutes to really look at your calendar over the past few weeks. Reflect on how you have spent your time. Take a close look and ask yourself, does my calendar align with the life I want to live? And if not, where do I want to make changes? Before we dive into actually scheduling our calendars a little bit differently, it's crucial to set clear goals that align with what truly lights you up. Setting 90-day goals can be a game changer for productivity and focus. So if you haven't heard about 90-day goals, here's how to implement this strategy in a way that feels exciting and achievable. Firstly, identify your priorities for your business. What do you want to achieve in the next 90 days? Make sure these goals align with your core values and what truly matters to you. Don't become bogged down by this part and get stuck thinking about the big picture too much. So for example, if you're aiming to launch a new course, break down the tasks into smaller milestones like content creation, marketing, and testing. The next step is to break it down even further. Turn your big goals into smaller, actionable tasks. This makes them feel less overwhelming and more manageable. We'll call them your goal tasks. Let's say you want to increase your social media engagement. Break it down into daily goal tasks, like creating content, engaging with followers, and analyzing metrics. Next, start creating your schedule. Treat these goal tasks like any other appointment and schedule them into your calendar, but make them non-negotiable. For instance, if you need to write a blog post every week, schedule it into your calendar just like you would any other important meeting. Stay accountable, share your goals with someone you trust, and set up regular check-ins. This will keep you motivated and on track. For example, share your 90-day goals with an accountability partner or mentor and schedule weekly check-ins to review progress. Staying accountable has been a game changer for me in my business. Now that we've explored what our calendars say about us and have our 90-day business goals, let's dive into how we can use this insight to intentionally schedule the rest of our lives. Keep imagining your calendar as a canvas where you paint the picture of your ideal life. Here's how you can make it happen. Schedule your personal priorities, not just your tasks. Don't just fill your calendar with to-do lists. Fill it with what truly matters. For example, if you're a busy entrepreneur with a family, schedule family dinner nights or weekend adventures with your kids. This ensures that despite your hectic schedule, you're making time for what's most important. Next, use time blocking like a pro. Divide your days into blocks of time dedicated to specific activities. This isn't just about productivity, it's about creating space for what brings you joy and fulfillment. For instance, if you're a morning person, block out the early hours for your most important tasks or creative work and call this your work block. Let's say you're launching a new product and need focus time to finalize the marketing strategy. Block out from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. for this task. Then have another block of time for household chores and grocery shopping. Perhaps also include another block of time per week for family admin. That way you can schedule all your appointments and know that is the time that you'll have to do them in. This way you're not jumping back and forth between tasks. Also schedule in self-care. Make sure to include self-care activities in your calendar, whether it's a yoga class, a walk in the park, or a simple 10-minute meditation session. Treating self-care as non-negotiable can significantly improve your overall well-being. When you free up brain space, it actually allows time for more creativity. Make room for spontaneity. Yes, you read that right. Leave some space in your calendar for the unexpected. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes the best moments can come from unplanned adventures. Also, for example, if a potential client calls for an impromptu meeting, having some buffer time in your schedule can make all the difference. Once you've scheduled your priorities into your calendar, I hear you asking, but how can I actually fit all my appointments and obligations in on top of all that? Here are a few ideas of how busy entrepreneurs can use their calendars more effectively and create more time. You can batch similar tasks. Grouping similar tasks together increases efficiency. For example, dedicate one day a week to all your client meetings or another day for content creation. This helps in minimizing context switching and maximizing productivity. It's similar to work blocks, but you are batching the tasks within each work block, if that makes sense. Use technology to your advantage. Utilize calendar tools and integration to streamline your schedule. For instance, use Google Calendar's sharing feature to coordinate with clients or set up automated reminders for upcoming events. Create a stop doing list. Identify tasks that are no longer necessary or that are not aligned with your goals and remove them from your calendar. This could be anything from attending non-essential meetings to engaging in time-wasting activities. Be super mindful of tasks that do not move the needle. Eliminate, delegate, or automate them. Another thing, it's also crucial to avoid the common pitfall of overcommitting. We've all been there, overcommitting and feeling like we're drowning in a sea of obligations. Here's how to break free. Learn to say no. Your calendar should reflect your boundaries, not your fear of disappointing others. Remember, saying no to something that doesn't align with your values means saying yes to yourself. For instance, if you're asked to speak at an event that doesn't align with your business goals, it's okay to politely decline. You can use the I statement when communicating your boundaries. It's not about being selfish, it's about being clear and respectful. For example, I appreciate the invitation, but I need to focus on my current projects right now. Once you've managed to add in all your work blocks, tasks, obligations, and appointments, maintaining and adjusting your calendar regularly is the key to its effectiveness. Here's how to tend to it and keep it healthy and effective. Keep removing tasks that are no longer necessary or are inefficient uses of your time. Constantly ask yourself, is my heart really in this? Or, will the version of myself in 5 years appreciate what's on my calendar this month? For instance, if you're attending a weekly networking event that's not yielding any meaningful connections, it might be time to prune it from your schedule. Focus on now and next. Instead of dwelling on the past performance or worrying about future outcomes, focus on the present moment and the next task. This mindset helps in reducing stress and increasing focus. For example, if you're preparing for a big presentation, focus on the immediate steps you need to take rather than worrying about the outcome. I know that some of you will be thinking it feels very rigid to be planning my calendar so diligently, but actually it's more freeing because you can see and feel that you have all your tasks, obligations, and appointments written out and not in your head taking up space that you could be using for other things. So to recap, your calendar is a powerful tool that reflects your values, priorities, and dreams. It's your partner in creating the life you want. By using it intentionally, you can set and achieve your 90-day goals that truly align with your dreams. Schedule your priorities, not just your tasks. Avoid overcommitment by setting clear boundaries. And cultivate it like a garden, pruning unnecessary tasks and focusing on the present. Remember, how you allocate your time is a powerful indicator of what is important in your life. Make sure your calendar reflects the life you want to live. Don't wait for someday. Make time for what matters most today. And if all this feels overwhelming, here's a quick exercise to get you started. Firstly, set aside 30 minutes this week to review your calendar. Next, look for gaps between what you value and what your calendar reflects. Then start making small adjustments today to align your calendar with your true values. Make sure you're creating space to do the things that light you up. Until next time, take care and make the most of your calendar and in turn your time. Hey friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Time for Living podcast today. If this episode inspired you to take action and save time, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a written review and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach even more amazing people like you. If you know a friend who needs to hear this message, share this episode with them. And remember, your time is precious, so make every moment count. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep living, and keep making time for what matters most.